It's because we have a bazaar of an economy. As Buhari said, that if we do not destroy corruption, corruption will destroy us. Under his eyes, we are seeing all of these things happen. But I still want you to explain this disparity you talked about, the PMS, about the consumption. That is it not an auditor's work? If you want to do it, how does an auditor now break it down and dissect and say, this is how we have come with these figures? And where has all that money gone?
Sam, who is auditing who? When we are told that the Accountant General of the Federation stole 80 billion naira. And by the time you even investigate the Auditor General and every other person, see, Sam, what we are having here is an elitist gangsterism.
It's just like what we have in the Supreme Court, where the justices are accusing the Chief Justice of corruption. So who will bury the cat?
Sam, I have hope in Nigeria. You know, despite what we are experiencing now, there is hope in the world. Let me tell you, we can't continue this way. And that is the truth. You ask yourself this question. I said, Sam, in 2016, that was when we experienced our first recession. An audit was conducted by a sitting Minister of State. Kachukwu Ibe is one of the brightest brains in the oil and gas industry, no matter what anybody may say. And we saw the figure. And this figure, let me tell you, most of the people that export these products to Nigeria, from Glencore to Trafigura to Vitol, all of them file their returns. They show volume that they export to every country. If you look at the record of if you go through the record of the United States Energy Administration Agency, they have a record of every white petroleum product that goes to each country of the whole world. Nigerian daily consumption can be, at max, 38 to 42 million liters a day. Lagos consumes 60%. Sam, go to every of the filling stations. It's a very simple audit.
Do a simple audit.
See, DPR. So how come somebody is telling us that it's the same government that filed a report that the 47 million to 52 million designing report was sponsored? Of course, the House of Rep committee report showed clear there were many vessels that said they brought product, they didn't bring products. Most of them are still in EFCC. And all of a sudden, the same country.
So what they are doing is that they are saying that they tell us fiction, and from fiction they draw the reality of Nigerian money.
The former
who is collecting the
former
money?
CBN governor,
yes,
very honorable Emir Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, said to us that anytime you see why they've refused to remove subsidy, that anytime you see the price of crude oil going up, that is when they expend their dragnet to steal from Nigeria. Sam, Nigeria has never consumed more than 50 million liters a day.
But these disparities, I'm sorry, I still need to stress this point. These disparities are yawning. These are not, a little here, a little there.
Who will investigate who?
This is huge.
The National Assembly is hugely compromised.
And if corruption is, the sole culprit now, or the chief culprit now, how much can one amass, or how much can this cartel amass to themselves?
You see, the level of kleptomania in Nigeria is mind-boggling. It's demonic. I begin to wonder, do these guys live in the moon? Let me even tell you something. Nigeria is not the only corrupt nation, but there's something I've just discovered about Nigeria. In other climes, there is no country you will go to, you will say they are a country of sense. Even in the West, even in America, in the US, the UK, there is corruption. But do you know the most pervasive aspect of it? It is very destructive corruption. If you go to Banana Island now, go to Maitama, go to Asokoro, you see high rise, go to even Bordelon and all those high rises. Most of this, 90% of real estate development are process of corruption. They built it, they lock it. Because that's the only way they can launder those monies. And we can checkmate it if we want to checkmate it. I said it very clearly. If we want to checkmate corruption, we even need to invite people. Make a law. Make sure that every land registration, every property acquisition is backed with BVN. You must not, if you want to register your land in Lagos, you must include your BVN. Put it in the law. There you can track those who are using fraud to steal our money. And see,
you're still looking at systems.
Is it
the Nigerian system? It's not the system.
Sam,
is it the system that is the problem, or the people?
Sam, it's not just the people. It's the system and leadership. If you put a whistleblowing act in place,
Don't we have that?
No, it's not legislated. where it is compulsory that, first of all, every public office holder must declare their assets and liabilities. Public. It's not that I'll file it with CCB. Publish it publicly. Let us see what. In fact, create a portal where before it's in the stock exchange. Once a company goes public, you don't have any right to hide your financials. Every quarter you produce it. Make it open a portal where every public office holder, politically exposed person, and their relatives publish their annual, quarterly asset liability declaration. Open so people can verify it. And then the Whistleblowing Act, let me finish, must make provision for 20%. If anybody or group of persons blow the whistle and the assets are successfully recovered, they will have 20%. Of course, there should be penalty for those that blow false whistle. Let me tell you, the policeman or the DSS guy that you will give 10 million to hush up, we know clear that if you have 1 billion naira asset stolen, that if he recovers it, he gets 200 million. In fact, even bribing him is because if you bribe him, you won't bribe the DSS. The DSS guy will open it.
Are you sure all the people, even the person who is a whistleblower, will not be bribed eventually? It becomes a racket. You do a whistleblower, I blow your whistle, then I collect, I bring the money back.
Sam,
and then the DSS man is also corrupted. It becomes another racket.
It's a very simple thing. If you know that going through the stress of stealing 1 billion, you steal that 1 billion.
Yes.
Let me tell you, if the law is active, the Whistleblowing Act is enshrined, 20% of whatever
you say if, that's a very big
yes, but they won't put it. They know what to do.
It depends on the human beings.
I beg to disagree, though, because I would rather, believe that we have these laws. Of course, you can talk about the political will.
Are not enough.
But don't we have enough of these laws? Even if we follow the existing CCB arrangement, come declare your assets. If we follow that, we can at least get somewhere. But I'm even looking.
But it's not made public. The only person in Nigeria, living or dead, who has openly done the same thing we're talking about is the good man Yar'Adua. Yar'Adua came to power, declared his assets, 800-something million, with his wife, and published it.
Yes, he did.
For the whole world to see. You see.
But he couldn't enforce it for the country.
Do you even know that even the politicians do what we call preemptive declaration of what they want to steal?
Yes, now.
There was
a particular man who declared what he had before he stole it.
Exactly. That's what I'm doing. Preemptive.
So I called
blank.
He was a prophet of his own prosperity.
but